What's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another deck profile. This time we're here with my boy and new housemate, Danny Lynn. So we went to the Easter event in Rhode Island this past weekend, and we both did pretty good. When people see this video, it's going to be a few days later. So yeah, so we both did pretty well. Danny got first, I got second. So we're going to show off the deck Danny played today and talk a little about the event. So Danny, what'd you play? And
yeah. Super Dragon Ball, Super Shenron Storm.
Yeah, the Super Cheese deck, but Danny kind of made it, so we can't really give him too much crap for it. So, yeah, what variant did you play?
I played the swap version, mono yellow, and it's just Marcus Santarsi's deck that he played in San Diego and won with like a few card changes. But yeah, and you know I've pretty much this entire format I've been just playing Super Shenron. So that's why I decided to play, basic, take an extra turn or free desires. Everyone knows what this does right now, so. So
real quick, don't go too in depth on it, but like, do you think this deck needs to be touched in some way? What do you think?
Yeah, of course. I felt like I couldn't lose today.
You feel like you just can't lose, huh?
Yeah, I feel like this variant with Marcus's variant with Height of Mastery it's actually insane, and like we were talking, Joey and I were talking too, like. This deck has counters for its counters.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's absolutely absurd, yeah. What would be your preferred hit of choice for this deck?
God, this sorry. Child's Wish.
Child's Wish,
like,
okay.
No real questions, just because Asian Destruction is broken as well.
Yeah, if you limit Child's Wish once per turn, that deck's still nuts, but
yeah.
All right, let's see what you play in the main deck.
Alright, so yeah, leader, take extra turn, free desires.
Super Shenanigans.
So, 7 Dragon Balls. Regular balls only. You don't want to play any other balls. That's bad.
Look at those mismatched balls.
Yeah, they're coming in the mail. Relax. All right, so super combo. Master Roshi, better super combo than Temporal Rescue. Really never came in the situation where Temporal Rescue would have been better.
Yeah, especially when you kill turn, you just take yourself down to 1 life and you overwhelm a bunch.
Yeah, you cut yourself or they hit you, whatever. Like you just don't have to worry. Like sometimes you activate extra turn, and you lose Sparking 5. That's awful. Like that. But with this super combo, you just don't have to worry about it, like ever. Yeah. Overwhelm, anything. So Roshi, 2 Crisis Crusher. I want to play 3. You really want to see it, especially this tournament. There's like 12 skillless, and Crisis Crusher is just nuts in that matchup. Like.
Yeah, it's really interesting. More than half the room is skillless. So let me ask you a question. If Crisis Crusher didn't exist, would this deck be playable?
We talked about this. No, I don't think so. Borgos and Whis just kind of ripped this deck apart. but Crisis Crusher is so good. Like, it answers so many cards, and it destroys skillless. Like, killing the 1-drop Goku's unbelievably important. So, on to the next card. The main card, Explorer Bulma. This is my girl.
Goes nice in my packs.
Yeah, this is my girl. Like, been Child's Wish and Explorer Bulma since Child's Wish came out.
Since Nas, baby.
Yep. Untap 2, mill 2, draw a card. It's actually, there's too much going on. This is like a mini at all costs, I feel. Like too many effects on one card.
Starting to play Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, especially in Super Shenron when you try to take the extra turn. 4 personal ambition. Obviously, just more cutting through your deck, trying to get the 20. And Child's Wish. Obviously, you're going to target Bulma most of the time, but with this deck, there's actually other targets, which becomes relevant. And sometimes you want to grab Crisis Crusher or the Harmonic Vegeta to deal with the Vacu. 3 Dragon Radar, another broken card, really. You're recycling the insane card.
Only 3, though. That's pretty surprising.
Yeah, 4 is too much in this version, in my opinion, because you don't have Sensu Bean. Obviously, Radar is just an insane card, but when you're using your energy every turn, you're not able to refresh it most of the time because you're not going to be able to free desire Bulma out much. So 3 is definitely the magic number. 2 is too little, 4 is too much. Like that card can definitely get clogged up in your hand sometimes. And playing this turn 1 is really good a lot of the times. Looking at top 7 or just drawing 2, amazing. 4 Successors, we're playing a Storm swap package. Successors, another card. You have 15 cards in your deck that just draw cards. So, Successors is amazing. The swap package, 2 Bardock.
Put that just one on top.
Yeah. And 1 adoptive father. This is the good number. You don't want to. I had 3 Bardocks when I first played Super Shenron, but Bardocks, like, you don't really need that much, and Successor makes it just amazing. Like,
Easily accessible.
Yeah, easy accessible. Like, sometimes, and definitely you want to sometimes grab adoptive father, because
I do remember in one of your older profiles you said you kind of wish you had 2 adoptive fathers sometimes. Did you ever?
Yeah, for sure. So I think this only comes up when you open the game with too many balls in life. Like, that's really the only time you're like scared and
Don't want to do too much life.
Yeah, most of the time you're fine, and like, I don't know. This is really close. It's kind of weird how this is working out, but
it works.
Yeah, it might be. Maybe it's better two grandpas, 1 Bardock, but Bardock's such a good card in general. Like, when you're trying to be aggressive, just a 10k swing is amazing. And the 2-drop swap targets, just like Marcus, 2 Dependables and 2 of the Gohans. Barrier is very relevant all the time against several matchups, and especially when you're playing the Height of Mastery package.
So let me ask a question then. Yeah, you're playing the Height of Mastery package, so is Dependable like really that important? Like, are you one of the instances you want to actually just go aggro face with Dependable?
There's definitely some times like when you're like, when you don't have to focus hard on getting the 20 in the drop with Bulmas, like you're like just afraid, like you might not be able to get the 20 cards, but if you're in the, like, say you get the Awaken turn 2 and you see all your pieces, like the nut draws pretty much, you're gonna have like extra energy to be playing with, and you just like grandpa 2 Dependables out, and that's just extra damage. So yeah, I mean, I've never gone in a situation where I don't have to go ons either, so it's like 2 and 2 is just a perfect number. And 2 Source of Power. This card is unbelievable in this deck. Any once return effects that are off the wall become broken when they're twice. You know, they happen twice. Like,
you make them twice per turn.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, before your extra turn, you're gonna be defending your life heavily. You don't want to be dropping too low. And then when you go for your extra turn, you can cut yourself straight down to 1, like easily. There's no like just drawing that many cards. 20k swings that like over and over is just like really good. And with skillless everywhere, this is so good. Source of Power is insane. Yeah, definitely 2 of. Because you want to see it most of your games, really. And then Path of Greatness, just Height of Mastery. Marcus played 3. It's weird because you want to see it, but just the way like Super Shenron's working out, like especially what I'm learning after Charlotte and stuff, you're like, even 1 of, you're gonna see him. 2 ofs, it almost feels like 2 ofs are for sure you're gonna see him, you know. Like Path of Greatness, you don't have to worry too much because it's Successor, but Height of Mastery, like, I've never been in a situation where I don't see it. Like, it's when this deck like cuts through so much, like it's so unlikely. And you're like, with Source of Powers, you're seeing all your life pretty much. So
that's the one thing that infuriates me with this deck, is that you can break good deck building mechanics and just like have a stupid win condition.
Yeah.
That's so aggravating.
Exactly. That's
it
one
works.
That's one of the crazy things about Crisis Crusher too. Like, you don't, like, obviously Borgos and Whis are the hardest counters to this deck, like easily, but you wouldn't even want to play 4 Crisis Crusher, you know?
You
like,
see it way too much.
Yeah, you could play 2-3 and you'll be fine, you know? Because just at turn 1, you're gonna be cutting through your deck, and Shenron decks inherently just have built-in consistency because of Dragon Balls. So 3 Flying Nimbus. This is like, moving forward, obviously Super Shenron's like one of the best decks, and like arguably one of the best decks, and it's good against Agent of Destructions. It's good in so many matchups. It's good against Skillless. Yeah. If Skillless is going super wide and you ever feel like you're gonna be threatened by them, you just save a Nimbus, you know, like, it's so good. And if anything, it's an energy. Easy charge. 1 battering. Sometimes you want 2, but like I said, you see everything in your deck most of the time, so it's just, you don't even feel bad about playing 1 battering. It could be 2. I do side another one. And the 1 Overwhelm, 1 Scientist Poo. I actually didn't play this that much because I relied heavily on Height of Mastery, but it feels weird not playing Overwhelm at the same time. I actually didn't play Scientist Fu at all, now that I think about it today. I just thought about it, but just because Height of Mastery is just so nuts.
Yeah, tapping him out and swinging for 12 damage is pretty good.
Alright, my bad. I played Scientist Fu once, alright, but it didn't matter. Height of Mastery would have finished it anyways.
Yeah.
So, like, Height of Mastery is just an insane card. Like we were talking about Source of Power, you know, dual attack, it becomes quad attack.
Quad attack.
You know, with extra turn. Obviously, if you're in a situation where you can go like take your extra turn after turn 4, like the game is so beyond over unless they, you know, Mofubu or something.
Yeah.
But this card is insane. Tapping down energy, tapping down like problem cards, it wins you the game like so hard.
We got a side deck.
Oh, but one thing I do want to talk about with Height of Mastery,
Yep.
that like changes the way Super Shenron works. Like the old Super Shenron that was more like focused on aggro and storming, technically, you're like you pressure yourself into trying to win the game as fast as possible, and you're like worried that your opponent will get too late in the game for you to be able to win. But with Height of Mastery, you're allowing yourself to have a mid game, you know, and like guarantee yourself a win later on, and you don't have to worry about winning too fast, which it makes it even more broken in a way. So onto the sideboard, 2 Crusher Ball. This card's amazing. Against Broly, it's really good. Against Agent Destructions, great. And the answer to the Veku Harmonic Energy Vegeta.
Another answer to the answer.
Yeah. This is even good against like the Veku Ramp card because they don't even get their energy because you're not KOing it, which is just broken. And it's just, you know, Child's Wish it. Another broken Child's Wish target. 2 Bardock Fully Unleashed. You gotta play this against Broly. It's too important. This makes the matchup like really easy. Like just when you're killing their Brolys, they're not gonna be able to stop you from winning. 1 Mira. I didn't bring it in, but with the Isekai, Height of Mastery just felt like enough all the time, really. Like I guess I'm not sure. Like even again in Broly matches where you're not gonna be going Height of Mastery, you're gonna be wanting to do this over him anyway. So I'm not sure about this right now. Oh, and if you notice in the main deck, there's no hidden power Isekai because, like I said, Height of Mastery is enough. You're never really worried about double striking them, and if you really want double strike, Scientist Fu is double strike. The 3rd Crisis Crusher, you got, like I said, I wanted a 3rd one a lot of times. Another height package against some matchups you want to be like skillless. Sometimes Super Shenron Mirror, you want to go into height more. Bad Ring, obvious. 4th
Nimbus.
Yeah, considering maining 4, just because it's so important, and especially going into like a more Super Shenron heavy format. 4th Nimbus. 2 Whis, I didn't even bring them in. Feels kind of pointless. But Nimbus is better. Unless the only time I guess this could be good if you could play 2 in 1 turn, you know, to get around Crisis.
Right. So that's the deck profile. So Danny, any thoughts on the tournament or anything like that?
Yeah, it was a really cool story. I've never been there before, but I got to see Stanley and Tony, and obviously Joey was there. Some good competitors there, but it was a fun event.
Sweet, man. Any thoughts on the rounds or anything you want to shout out?
Shout out to my team T4T, Ryan Severin. Check out his Patreon, and check out my boy Joey Palladino's Patreon, and 3XG. God, I'm a part of too many Patreons. Freedom Snap. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna end it there, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. You actually sat through all of that and made it to the end? I don't know how you did it, but now that you're here, you might as well hit the subscribe button that's right above me, or maybe check out some of these other videos. I don't know. And I guess we'll see you in the next one. I really don't know how you did it, but good on you.